And I know if you clicked on this video, you want to know how to transform your pain, rage, heartbreak, jealousy, envy, whatever you feel, into abundance. Some people will take it out and lash on other people, attack people, but real alchemists know how to turn pain, heartbreak, rage, disappointment, betrayal into money. First of all, you can't transform something you don't know about. You can't. You need to know your pain. You need to know what you feel. Because if you don't know what you're feeling, if you're feeling rage or kind of like heartbreak and you don't even know what that is, you can't transform it. You have to know the pain. You have to study your monsters to know them. In everything, in order for you to know your opponent, you need to study them. If you don't study something, if you don't get to know something, you can't transform it. You only can manipulate something you are very much aware of and you know about it so well, like the back of your hand. That is the first step of alchemy. Awareness. Create awareness. Study the pain. Get to know what it is. Observe the pain. You need to observe that pain. What is that pain telling you? What is it saying? These two work hand in hand. Observe it, study it, be aware of it, bring attention to that thing, and get to know it. Because that pain or that emotion, I'm not only saying it's a pain, but it could be jealousy, which is also a pain you inflict on yourself by comparing yourself to other people. It could be envy, which is you wanting to have something that someone has. It could be it could be heartbreak, which is someone you put your whole trust in someone and they don't reciprocate the same way you feel. It could be so many things, but get to know it. Give it a name. It could be Samantha, depending on how you feel. Give it a name that you're very comfortable with. A lot of celebrities know about this. A lot of great performers, artists, musicians, they know about alter ego. They know about naming your pain, using this as a way to transform or to create something unique. If you know that thing, it's going to tell you. I remember the music video of Beyonce doing the her Lemonade, and she had this yellow dress like this, ruffle yellow dress, and I think is hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Look at, you could tell the pain in her. What was the pain telling her to do? To destroy things, because she was in pain. That is not really her. It's the pain telling her what to do. I'm sure her as a person, she's a different person when that pain is no more there, or before she fell into that kind of situation. If you don't want to identify as your pain, the only way to not identify with the pain is to detach from the pain and just look at it and do as it says. It's that simple. Or you can choose to ignore it, let it store in your body, and then repeat that pain over and over and over and be in a cycle. Because I bet you, if you don't observe that pain, if you don't become aware of it and recognize it and give it attention and do as it says, or just sit with it, you are going to become that pain. So that's the first step before we even get into alchemy. Second step is learn to feel the pain. It's very difficult. When people say feel the pain, it doesn't mean just, oh, my heart is broken, that's it, then you move on. No, sit down. Sit down with yourself alone and feel where the pain is. Is it in your throat? Is it in your head? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your legs? Your hand? Wherever the pain is, it could be at your back. Pain stores in different places. Before it crystallizes into something like a sickness, make sure you sit with it and let it vibrate. One thing I've noticed about feeling pain is when you feel pain, because yesterday I went through this. I was feeling a pain, I was like an emotional pain, and it made my body shake. I was shaking and there was nothing wrong with me. I was just shaking in my bed because I was feeling a lot of grief. Okay, so I grieved and I cried a lot. I bawled my eyes out and I went to sleep. And I was sitting with this pain for the past 20 minutes and I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't cry, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. I was just there. And I could see the pain like this very much in my stomach, and it was just there and was vibrating like that. I watched the pain until it started shaking and it dispersed. And I woke up today and I don't feel anything. Nothing. Whatever I felt the day before, nothing. But before that, I was moody. I was dismissive, I was angry for no reason. The pain was trying to tell me something. So that's how it is. Feel the pain, grieve it, and let it go. The more you give it attention and the more you feel it, or you grieve it, or you act, maybe some people want to shout. The pain will tell you to shout so hard, or it will tell you to exercise, to jump, to do this, to yell, to stamp on something. Some people even stamp when they're in pain. That's how you release it. But you have to feel it first. Don't bottle the pain. Never bottle any pain or emotion you feel. That is not safe. The third way is movement. The third way is movement. Once you feel the pain, you have to release it physically. I dance, I do yoga, I do exercise, I go for a walk. Oh, I go for a walk. That is so beautiful. Whenever I feel anything very troubling and I go for a walk, I don't feel it anymore. I don't know how that is. But once I go for a walk and I'm very present in my environment and I observe everything as I'm walking, I start to see my problem to be this tiny. It's like this vast nature, like I mostly go into nature. So when I'm in nature, I just picture like all these trees. Like they don't care. Why do I care about this tiny, tiny problem? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, you know? And I just start talking to myself and something somehow sweeps that pain away. And I just become happy just because I'm in nature. So as I'm telling you, don't bottle the pain, move the pain. Do yoga before you go to bed. It's very, very, very vital. And one thing yoga will make you feel is tears. If you have trauma stored in your body, yoga will make you cry from the beginning, and it's okay. It's okay. You can also try somatic healing, which is you tapping into the pain on your body by jumping or just tapping on your body or just swaying your body. Anyway, or just rubbing on your body. Or just move. Go and kick something, do exercise, run, move. Make sure you move. Make sure you sing. If singing is what will make that pain in your throat disperse. Move. It's very important. If you don't move the pain, it will move around in your body. Sometimes you have to let it out physically by movement. The fourth way is reprogramming your mind to transform. Now you're going to reprogram your mind according to what the pain taught you, according to the lesson you learned. So if that pain was teaching you maybe something like be more vocal next time, or be vulnerable next time, I don't know, whatever the pain teaches you. If that pain taught you clarity, this is the time where you have to implement it into creation. Create something. How did that pain make you feel? Maybe you can draw it out. This is how it felt. It felt like a ball of snow or something with fire under it, or you can create something graphical. You can draw, you can sing it, you can write it down. I like to write it. I like to journal a lot. I have a book, and every night before I sleep, I journal everything. I write everything that hurts me or that made me happy. I just write it down. It doesn't matter. You're not going to show it to anybody, so just write it any way you want. But get off your mind, and the next day you won't even remember that thing. It's gone. So my way of releasing that and creating something with the pain is by writing it and forming kind of like a poetic story in my mind. So I like to write in a very poetic way. That is how I write. And so I write it down, and that's it. Or I'll make a video about it. I'll teach it on YouTube, and I'll make a video, and I'll do a graphic thumbnail that represents how I felt. So mostly you can tell my thumbnails are very different because depending on how I feel, I make a thumbnail about that. The background, the image I want to put on, that is how I feel. And that is how I transmute my pain. Some people will paint. I know someone who will cook. I know a friend who would use it as a way to create a new recipe, to do something unique about food, something tasty. That's how everyone is different. Everyone is unique. Some people will decorate their room or have change the environment, create a new environment. That is how they transmute their pain. That's how they turn into something creative. So study what the creative side is and do it, and use that, transform in a way of how you feel or what the pain has, the kind of lesson or the kind of clarity it has brought to your mind. Create it around you, and that's how it works. It's so beautiful. And another thing about me also is when I go through pain, it helps me exercise a lot. So I kind of have a new body goal, or maybe I want to have bigger thighs or bigger legs. And that makes me go really hard in the gym. And by the time I realize it, I've gained the weight I want or I've lost the weight I want. I transform my body, okay, according to how the pain made me feel. And it's so beautiful when you realize how much you've changed, or over the years how much you've changed due to how you take care of yourself or what the pain taught you. And it's like, sometimes I go through my old videos, I'm like, ooh, or my old pictures, I'm like, wow, over here my bum was big, over here my bum was small. Like, it's just funny. That is me. When I'm very, 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 very emotional or I'm going through a lot, I like to put it all on my mat or in the gym, like put on a weight. That's how you transform. After you've put that whole pain into something creative, set the intention to transform it into abundance. You have to set your intention. I don't know what you're going to do about that, whether you're going to post it online, whether you're going to sell it, whether you're going to put in an exhibition, whatever you want to do with that thing, visualize yourself having whatever you want. When I tell you, pain will attract abundance to you, you'll be surprised if you try. I once remember a girl whose little sister died. There were 2 girls, 2 boys. So she's the first one and her little sister is the last one. When her sister died, that girl transformed all that pain into money. And this is how she did it. She said when her sister died, she was in so much pain that because she wanted to get her mind off of it, she started a business by selling flip-flops and phone cases and all of that. And now she has a huge company where people come to her for advertising. And she's so rich. Like, she has a Range Rover, she has 2 houses, she has offices, she has so many things. Because that pain she felt from her sister, she didn't know where to put it, she didn't know what to do. And her type of like creation is to sell something. She's good with sales. So she started selling. She said everything she put her hands on, she'll sell. Everything she put her hand on, she'll sell it. And she made money off of it. That is her way of transmuting her pain into abundance. And she said she always visualized herself becoming successful so that in future, if any of her siblings was sick, they would have the money to buy the medicine, because her sister fell sick and didn't have money to pay for medicine and hospital bills. So that motivated her, and she visualized herself attracting all this abundance to her so that if anyone is sick, it could even be herself, she could be able to afford to pay for it. So with that saying, I hope this helped. I know it's a very short video, but it's straight to the point, and I hope you enjoy it. And whatever you feel, learn how to transmute it into something positive, because every emotion is emotion. You name it, whether it's good or bad. But in reality, all emotions are emotions. It still carries a strong energy behind it. You can use it for the good. Some people use their rage to abuse and to poor people. Some people use their pain to create and to transform their life. It depends on you. You pick your choice. Whether you're going to use it for good or use it for something which is like not good. Bye. Hope you enjoy.